Hello YouTube, my name is Storm, and welcome back to Zenless 1.7. We're about a third of the way through, so we don't have too much to catch up on. So we'll be set for 1.7 or 2.0 pretty soon. Belle, Vivian was in the store just now, but you weren't here. Did she need something? It was about the sacrifice core. The first time the sacrifice core appeared was at that auction, so she decided to try and find... oh, this is the stuff from last time that I didn't start.
Shawl, I didn't expect you to be working here. Perfect.
I was just covering someone's shift. The screening here is super strict, and I was afraid the supervisor would realize I was new and subbing for someone, so I hid in the control room during the supervisor's inspection. So I happened to bump into this guy, a blonde man wearing a hat, and I think he was checking some footage. Then he logged that footage into the tape he brought. Later, I found that part
Blonde
of the
man
footage
wearing a
had been
hat, you
wiped.
say? I wonder who that could be.
Wearing a hat. Could it be Hugo?
Do you know him?
I think it's him. If it were Hugo... I think I know where he would hide the tape. Thank you, Shaw. You were a big help.
Great! You also helped me a lot when I started working. I used to make mistakes all the time. If it weren't for you cleaning up my messes, I would have been fired ages ago. So I'm happy I could help you too.
I love how Shawl
Alright,
just
go
shows
ahead
up like
and do what you need to
everywhere.
do. We'll catch up another time.
Like she finds a new job like every patch. Lord Phaethon, you're here. Someone I used to work part-time with just so happened to be covering the shift at the auction. I learned from her that Hugo once took some footage away with him. I think Hugo was planning something, so he hid the security footage. But once I knew... But once I know where Hugo came here, God, I cannot fucking speak. But... once I know when Hugo came here, I should be able to guess where he put the videotapes. How? We are Mockingbird after all. It shouldn't be surprising that we have subtle ways of communicating information, should it? Once on a mission, we couldn't use communicators. So, Hugo trained a few birds and put trackers on them so we could communicate. But after that mission ended, we let them roam free. But I just checked the trackers, and one of those birds flew near the auction venue on the day Hugo took the footage. It still flies around here from time to time. The tracker only gives a broad area, but I believe this might be something Hugo left for us to find. If I'm not mistaken, the videotape is hidden wherever the bird is. I can't be sure which bird Hugo used this time, but all the birds he originally trained had at least some black feathers. Lord Phaethon, let's split up and search the area. If you see a bird, you can send me a picture of it. I should be able to recognize it. Okay, so I guess I'm just looking for birds now. I don't think this is quite the bird that she's talking about. I don't think that a bamboo counts as a bird, really. Yeah, it definitely seems a bit cliche, but yep, that sounds like something Hugo would do.
I'm not mistaken, you and Vivian share the same goal. Silence is no good for negotiation.
I just don't want Dina to reach a point of no return.
Hasn't she already reached that point with what she's doing?
The formula for the Landon serum was lost, but a batch survived, and Dina was able to develop a substance that can be used for mind control. She's trying to combine the two to make sacrifices that would obey human commands. If the dormant sacrifice and the remaining Landon serum are destroyed, we can put...
Oh, so that's why Camille was destroying the sacrifices. Okay, that makes more sense.
And the sacrifice core?
That belongs to the creator, not her. Although I find Landon's methods despicable, I can't deny that the Exaltists and the creator are leading us in the right direction. I just don't want Dina to spend her life trapped by her father's mistakes.
I mean, no offense, but I find your protectiveness rather weird. I will confirm the location of the dormant sacrifice and find the chance to relay the information to you. I do not want any of my people to be going into danger. As for the sacrifice core, I can only guarantee that it will not fall into her hands. As for how things will ultimately play out,
The creator will guide me.
I shouldn't be surprised that Hugo had a plan.
Camille was actually
I mean, I
destroying
figured
the
he
dormant
did, but...
sacrifice.
Now Camille's actions make sense. But why did Hugo never tell us?
Hugo.
Belle, Lycon said there's something urgent he needs to
He
discuss
can't
with us right
exactly play up the role very well if everyone else knows, because he can't trust anyone else's acting. So it makes sense that he wouldn't tell us.
Master Proxy, I apologize for disturbing you. We have just learned that the Ravenlock family will host a banquet tonight. This banquet is rather special, as they're allowing members of their family to invite business partners to attend. With Hartman at the center of controversy, there are many members of the family who are eager to use this opportunity to replace him. The mayor has been spreading rumors of a young tycoon who inherited a sizable fortune and is looking to partner with a person from an old and influential family. This information has lured a young man named Burton from the Ravenlock family.
So, you want me to pose as this tycoon and use Burton to infiltrate the banquet?
Correct. And Hartman's study is also located within the venue.
I see. Hartman's study might hold valuable information.
So, what should I do?
You can attend as her +1.
+1? Lord Phaethon, please go with me!
Master Proxy, it seems
He really needs to choose his words a little bit better.
Yes, just your presence will help me immensely.
Alright, then let's go together.
I'll send you the time and place for the meeting with Burton.
This could either go really well or really poorly, depending on how Vivian acts around us.
I hope everything goes well for you tonight.
You get in contact with Burton. He said he'll come to 6th Street later to escort us to the banquet. Is there anything I need to look out for? Don't worry, Lord Phaethon. Just leave the socializing to me. I won't let any evildoers get close to you. But since there's still some time before we have to go, should we watch an instructional videotape on formal dinner etiquette together? I learned everything from videotapes when I first went undercover at a banquet for Mission 2. Though such a method isn't sufficient to master it, it's enough to deal with this one excursion. Then let's watch. Yep, I'll go over the key details for you as we watch the tape. Lord Phaethon, Burton set his location. Are you ready to join me for the banquet? Then I'll meet up with Burton first and make sure he's not tampered with the car. Lord Phaethon, please wait 5 minutes before joining me. It'll be safer this way. and yet I leave anyways. I don't think I waited 5 minutes, but who cares? Miss Banshee, this is... Is something the matter? What I mean is, this person doesn't look like your bodyguard. The Ravenlocks can protect me, no. If that's true, why would I bring a bodyguard? This is my escort for the night. She heard the Ravenlocks are throwing a true feast for the centuries, with plenty of delicacies, not available anywhere else, and she wanted to try some. You are so stingy as to not allow your guests a +1, are you? Of course not. Since you're an important companion of Miss Vivian's, you are also my honored guest. Let's be off then. My chauffeur shall take you to the port, and from there, we will take a speedboat to the manor. Wow, fancy speedboat, nice.
Miss Banshee, I believe I've shown you my sincerity. Now how about you?
Sincerity? My presence here is a show of sincerity.
If we're to work together, Miss Banshee, you should drop your pretentious act.
I am well aware of the ways of the Ravenlock family. If I were to come empty-handed, I probably wouldn't even be able to make it out the front door tonight. Since I agreed to come with you, and even brought along my most precious companion, does that not show my deepest sincerity?
No need for such an off-color joke. Our door is always open for those coming or going.
We both know what's what, so let's cut the small talk. I know far more about how the Ravenlock family made their fortune than most here. I am also well aware of why Hartman, despite such a massive scandal, still remains in power.
Oh? Do tell.
Exaltists, blessing, sacrifice, Landon. Where would you like me to start?
How did you know that? No, who are you?
Don't be so tense. If I'm not mistaken, it's about time the banquet began.
I don't know if it was really that smart to
My
just,
companion and I are practically famished. Is this how you treat your guests?
you know,
By
say all
letting them
that.
Starve? Perhaps when we've had our fill, we'll remember where the sacrifice is hidden.
You know where the sacrifice is?
So, can we go get something to eat now? And I'm also looking forward to receiving a special dessert from you. We can discuss what you
That
wish
doesn't
to
sound
know
sus
while
at
we
all.
Enjoy dessert.
Of course. I wouldn't let such an important guest discuss matters on an empty stomach. As for dessert, I will prepare it myself, and I guarantee it will satisfy you. I'll come find you later. I wish you a pleasant evening.
These kinds of people are exhausting to deal with. I really
Yeah,
don't
they
know
sure
how
seem
Hugo
like
has
it, at
to put up
least.
with it.
What did you mean by dessert just now? I couldn't really follow.
Hugo taught me that bringing up dessert in such situations is a way of telling the other party they need to offer more. Fortunately, that old fox Hartman is terrified of losing power. He's definitely keeping the destruction of the sacrifice and the fact that the sacrifice core is fake hidden from the other family members. Otherwise, Burton wouldn't have been so willing to raise his offer. Lord Phaethon, let's find Hartman's study when the banquet is at its busiest.
All right, I've already taken note of the surrounding terrain. Once more people arrive, we'll enter the garden through the door in the corner of the banquet hall.
Wherever you go, I'll follow, Lord Phaethon.
I feel like talking about your plan out loud probably isn't the best idea.
Isn't this going a bit too
Yeah,
well?
that too.
The security around the manor is really strict, but inside might be more lax. But just in case, let's tell Lycon.
Right. Having some backup would be safer.
Let's check Hartman's recent correspondences for clues. I still have concerns about the sacrifice core.
Right. Though the core he gave Dina was fake, Hartman might have left a trick up his sleeve and hid the real one.
Then let's split up.
Esteemed guests, is the catering at the Ravenlock family banquet not to
lovely.
your satisfaction? So much so that these two distinguished guests felt the need to come to my humble office to scavenge for food. Don't want to come out? Well, after all, you don't have long left. Burton, that greedy idiot, fell for the mayor's trap. But I never expected that he would bring you into my territory. I suppose I should thank him. Otherwise, I would have had to go to great lengths to eliminate you. Vivian, Phaethon, give Hugo my regards. Tell him I shall be taking the wealth and power of the Ravenlock family for myself.
I don't think this is going to go the way you think it does. Yep, there he is.
Dear uncle, why must we be so
I
distant
had a
with
feeling
one
he was
another?
going to live.
You can just tell me what you want to say directly.
Hugo! Impossible! You're...
Uncle, you must know a Ravenlock will never stop until they get what they want. Did you really think I would be defeated so soon?
Was this all part of his plan too, or was this just like
You filthy bastard!
convenient timing?
You only know how to resort to these petty tricks!
Petty tricks?
I'd like to think that Hugo had all of this planned out in his head, and somehow everything's just working properly for his plan to work.
My dear uncle. Faking my own death. Hope it's all worth the theatrics.
Okay, yeah, so Lycon did know. He was in on
It
it.
was just to keep Hartman off my back, but maybe I went a little overboard. The manager must be pretty shaken up. I should apologize at some point.
You're taking longer to rest than I expected.
Lycon, you think too highly of my physical capabilities. Well, thank you for your cooperation. I must say, if nothing else, at least your acting skills have improved. Why do you look so angry? You should be happy. We pulled that off together with flawless teamwork and managed to fool everyone.
Drop your foolish facade.
I'm glad you still remember the code we set all those years ago. And thank you for ensuring your sleight of hand didn't deteriorate. Oh, right. I should also thank the blood bag hidden in my clothes and
Yeah,
our other
okay,
props.
that makes
Do you
a
remember
lot more
when we
sense
last
now.
used this trick? It was probably ages ago.
Sometimes I really don't understand you. Have you never thought about what the consequences would be if I didn't understand your code? If I decided against helping you? Or if I just couldn't control my strength properly?
You'd understand it. Of course, if things really did go awry, I had alternative plans. You
Also, I
wouldn't
have to
be so
point out the
arrogant
fact
as
that
to think
Hugo,
I'd bet
like,
everything on you,
probably
would you?
could have gotten what he
You're
wanted
insane.
then, but is still
I'm
deciding
flattered.
to play the long game.
So what exactly is the purpose behind all this? Surely after going to such great lengths to erase your own existence, you don't just plan to hide here and reminisce about the past with me. Don't try to brush this off. I've already helped you enact your plan. Tell me the truth.
Don't get your tail in a twist. I have more plans that require your assistance, so naturally I would not hide anything from you. Simply put, as things stand, whether as Hugo Vlad or as Mockingbird, I am doomed to die.
Seems you've made quite a few enemies.
As a member of the Ravenlock family, I negotiated with Edmund and managed to obtain resources from Tops for my future plans. I also confirmed what attitude they held toward your master, the Mayflower family. Meanwhile, I used my identity in Mockingbird to strike a deal with Hartman and gather information on their collaboration with the remnants of the Exaltists. That's where I got my intel on what Bringer left. Oh, by the way, the crime declaration letter that your dear mayor received, that was also sent by yours truly. He's probably
I love
figured
how
that
much
out
he
by now,
planned like everything out.
though I'm not sure.
I just
he
love
told
like
you.
really smart
The mayor
characters
learned about the sacrifice
that
attached
can
to his own
actually
means, but
do
lacked
shit
an
like
opportunity
this.
to take action. That warning letter was precisely what he needed.
You aren't hopeless yet. How delightful. In short, I'm more well-informed than your lot because I get around, dealing with all these different important figures. But of course, it comes at a cost. It's only fair. After all, you can't hide the smoke from a wildfire. Rather than trying to carefully tame it and risk setting yourself alight, it's better to let it burn free.
When I helped you put on your little act, killing you in front of everyone, you left the sacrifice core to Hartman. That was intentional too, then?
Oh, yes. And it worked like a charm, didn't it? Now no one cares for me anymore, and all eyes are on Hartman. A perfect situation for keeping the Ravenlock family in check while
It's
dealing a cutting blow to the Exaltists
so
behind them.
smart the
Another
way that
crucial
everything has
point
been set up.
is Vivian and Phaethon. I must sever any ties they have with me or Mockingbird. Although I feel bad for Phaethon about what happened, but it had to be done.
Oh wow, you
That's
actually
the only
can't
way
feel
they would be
remorse.
safe,
That's
allowing the plan
nice to
continue.
know.
I noticed that you never turned your blade toward Master Proxy. So, those words you said back then were also...
I will bloody my hands. I will carry the weight of my sins. I will become the Abyss. Obviously, it was all an act. My acting has always been impeccable, as you know.
Hugo, you're taking such a tremendous risk. Why?
Would you believe me if I said it's for justice?
No.
Unfortunately, it's not.
No, I would
want
not believe you
revenge
for
on the
that
Ravenlock family.
reason.
And I will make sure that despicable excuse for a human being, Hartman, suffers a slow, torturous end. Of course, I also promised Vivian that I would help her investigate the whole thing with the Exaltists. That's all.
You don't look too good. Is it your wounds?
No. This is the first problem I plan to resolve. Lycon, do you have a place that is sufficiently discreet, quiet, and can take a lot of damage?
Oh, why?
What exactly are you doing?
Don't look at me like that. If I didn't have to do this, I wouldn't. Hartman recently obtained a bizarre substance, most likely from those crazy Exaltists. After use, it allows control of the victim's mind. To some extent.
You were dosed with it.
To be more precise, Lycon, I deliberately allowed Hartman to put this drug in my cup to facilitate our previous collaboration. After finding out about it, I quickly found someone to help analyze its composition. The good news is he gave me a very low dosage. Perhaps because he was afraid I might notice. There's a different medication that can delay its onset.
So,
preventing me from actually being under his control.
Is it like a small dosage of stuff for the Exaltists?
The bad news is that currently there is no antidote. When I delay those effects, however, they will accumulate and erupt when my body reaches its limit. It may even break my mind. And that's exactly what's happening now. I need to endure those accumulated consequences. So, I will lock myself in this room for however long that takes. I've tied my limbs to prevent me from smashing this place or accidentally hurting myself. Anyway, after you leave, do not open this door, no matter what you hear.
I recommend seeking professional medical assistance.
Lycon, he literally just said there is no antidote.
I received from a doctor. Or are you saying you don't believe I can make it? So, Lycon, come find me here at the scheduled time. All you need to do is smile and await my victory.
What if I want to stop you?
You know you won't succeed. You never have. And you never will.
Talk about confidence.
Time is short.
Jeez.
Let's begin.
I understand. Don't die, you stupid bastard.
It's Hugo. You really think that he's gonna die?
Is this because the side effects haven't worn off yet? Lycon's late. I'm surprised. Or is something wrong with time itself?
I think
Looks
you
like
might
someone's
be
over there.
drugged up a bit, my guy.
Might as well go ask.
Oh, yeah. This is definitely...
It's all your fault.
Yeah, this is definitely in his mind.
Wish I had never given birth to you. Everything will get better if you just die, right?
Oh, what a
You
lovely
die.
mother you have there,
You'll come
Hugo.
back. We'll have another, more perfect child. One who will inherit the Ravenlock family bloodline. Then I'll be able to escape this pain. So, Hugo, for the sake of Mommy's happiness,
What the
just
fuck?
die, okay?
So, I wasn't awake yet after all.
That's because you don't want to wake up again.
The fucking
Who are
inner
you?
demon being a bang boo.
I am you. Hidden deep within your heart. Your most true self. You want to kill her, don't you? Your so-called mother. Every time she beat you without reason, when she tried to gouge out your eyes, when she sold you into that hell, laughing all the while. You wanted to be the one to end her life. Why not admit your hatred? As you are, you can hunt her down and make her pay for the living hell of a childhood she made you suffer.
Yes, I I hate her. I hate her because she was foolish and shallow, greedy and stupid. I hate her because she doesn't deserve to be a mother.
Well, that's a
She did
understatement.
everything she could to try and get into the Ravenlock family, believing she could live a life of luxury without having to do anything and never realizing she was a pawn, discarded from the very beginning. So she chose to blame me. Blame me for my heterochromia. Blame me for my very existence. But I won't kill her, because I know it won't change anything. She was incapable of loving me, just as she is incapable of loving herself.
Have you been brainwashed by that dog? Keeping up the act of being some magnanimous and forgiving fool?
Why didn't
Don't
they?
compare us.
Why didn't they
I've
just
simply come
use
to
the
understand
shadow
love
form
or hate. I make my
or
own
the inner
choices,
demon?
and they have
I can't
nothing
take
to do
anything
with
that
anyone
this
else.
Bangbu is saying seriously.
She sold you to the Ravenlock family for a huge sum of money. She used that money to start a new life without you. While she was indulging herself, you were going through hell in the Ravenlock Manor. Does it not torment you? Do you not feel the hatred? Do you not want to demand answers? Kill her. Only by killing her can you be truly free.
Again, I can't take a Bangbu saying this seriously.
The same way.
Why did you choose a
now-
Bangbu, Hoyo?
I want to
Why?
make a different choice.
Stop lying to yourself. You never had a choice. This weak-minded thinking will only lead you to failure. Like before, you'll be nothing but a worm, trampled into the dirt by those so-called elites. Do you still not get it? This is how the world is, and always has been. Hesitating will be the victim. If you don't grab your knife first, you'll end up being on the other end of the blade. If you want
God,
to
you are
change
edgy as fuck.
you must first become the one who makes the rules. Just like that woman. The only reason she could treat us that way was because we were weak. So listen to me. Find that woman, kill her, and prove to this world your strength. It's what she deserves. Why forgive them? They don't deserve it.
I'm not forgiving them. Or rather, I don't care about them.
I'm really trying to
They don't
take this
even matter,
seriously,
at
but
least
it's
not
so
yet.
hard. How?
You know, perhaps the person I hate the most, the one I
Like,
truly
what were
cannot
they
forgive,
thinking when they made the
has
Bangbu
never been
evil for
someone
this? Like,
but rather my weak, powerless past
do
self
they think
who
that
could do
people would be
nothing
able to take this seriously at all?
but hide inside a closet and cry. I hate myself for having
Like,
neither the
come
strength
on, man.
nor
Like,
the
this
courage
is
to resist.
funny
I hate
more than
myself
anything.
for begging for so-called familial love, even after being treated so terribly. I hate that despite the pain of my wounds, I still hope to receive the carrot and not the stick. And that means you, correct? So, I forgive you. I forgive myself.
You'll regret this, fool. Your pretty words mean nothing. You will ultimately return here to me.
see. This is still an illusion. I wonder who's going to show up this time.
Brother! Hugo, let's play hide and seek.
Where are you?
I'm already hiding.
Where?
You'll find me, right? Like you always do.
Oh. Oh, that's terrifying.
Serena.
Oh, Clara, how are you?
You're looking in the wrong place. I found an even better hiding spot this time. Harder to find than any place you showed me.
Alright, let me move around.
Hey, Hugo. Do you ever wonder why...
I'm doing good, thank you.
Why I had to die?
Oh, that is quite the question. Holy shit.
Because of me.
That's right. It was because of you. It's all your fault.
Oh, that's not depressing at all.
If only you didn't exist, I wouldn't have had to suffer.
Jeez, Hugo is just going through it. Holy fuck.
Still looking in the wrong spot. I can't believe you still haven't found me after all this time. Have you forgotten about me?
No, oh, don't fucking go there. This is terrifying enough as it is. It doesn't need to be as depressing, too.
Forgive you. I'll still be nice to you, just like before. I was the only one who was ever nice to you, wasn't I?
Yes.
Then tell me, why do good people always suffer? Why is kindness always punished instead?
Where's the next one? I don't want to deal with this for longer than I have to.
Hugo, are you lost? Go back the way
Oh,
you
it's the
came.
fucking bang boo again. God damn it. Oh my god, I fucking hate that bang boo is fucking the inner demon so much.
We meet again, my friend.
I don't know if they added multiplayer. I know there's some multiplayer game modes, but no, it's mostly single player. It's a gacha game.
Of course.
It's one of the same people who do Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail.
This time it's about Serena. Right.
It's really fun. I really recommend it. Unless, you know, gacha games aren't really your kind of thing, but I do really recommend it. The story is really good.
It was her kindness that led to her untimely death.
It was my fault.
I don't like the way you blame yourself. Because that means I'm to blame as well. And I don't think I did anything wrong.
Yeah, the new update for it comes out on Friday, so I'm trying to catch up before then.
He saw your talent and wanted to use you to push the other children into
Dark Knight. You mean Batman? I don't have any plans on doing Batman.
My brothers and sisters wanted to get rid of me from the moment they first saw me.
In their eyes, you were no more than a slave. But Serena dared to treat you a slave, as if you were human. And so, she was fated to die.
They tried to kill me many times, but I was careful, and they did not succeed.
So they killed Serena, who was weaker, an easier target, and pinned everything on you. Serena died in your place. Those cruel brats thought that by reporting this to Father, they could use it
Oh,
to get
Dark
rid of
Ages,
you,
the
a
new
rival
Doom?
who threatened
I
their
finished that
position.
already, so I will not be playing that anytime soon
Only did
until
Father
any
not
DLC
blame
comes
you
out.
for the incident. He praised you for it.
In this world, only the ruthless, cruel, and merciless can stand at the top.
And that's exactly what you managed to live up to, no? You found a perfect opportunity thereafter to catch
Yeah,
the
I finished
ringleader of
it
the
last
group who
week.
framed you
It was really
and
good. I
almost
really
beat him
enjoyed
to
it.
death.
Despite a couple bugs that are keeping me from platinuming it, I really enjoyed it.
Oh, you should have seen the expression on your face back then. Oh, crazed and manic.
I'm
with
probably going to be
utmost
starting
delight.
Expedition 33 next week,
I don't remember that.
after I'm done with Zenless's 2.0 update. Okay, see, why did this not show up? Why did they show a fucking Bang Boo and not this? Like, this is cool.
Deep down inside, you've always wondered, asking yourself why these evil people never got the punishment they deserved. Why the world is so unfair. Don't you want to rip them to shreds? Just like that day when you beat that boy's face into the dirt until he was barely recognizable.
They're definitely leaning
His
more into the...
disgusting blood staining your face.
I wouldn't say violence, because they aren't really showing it, but they're explaining a lot more violent things now in the
Your
game.
cathartic release of rage, that outpour of hatred.
And actually showing blood is very interesting too, that they've been doing more of.
belongs to you. You deserve it.
Those brothers and sisters of mine are all dead. I cannot take revenge against the long deceased.
They died by Hartman's hand, dying in the power struggle to become the Ravenlock family's heir, rather than by our side. Boring.
Boring. I find it hilariously ironic. Children who would murder their own kin for scraps of power dead at the hand of their uncle who followed their example. Is that not karma? Power struggles pitting kin against each other, betrayal, suspicion, and hatred between people of the same blood. It's like a curse written into the Ravenlock family's genes. Laughably stupid.
Don't forget, my dear, that the same blood
That's weird for you to call
flows
yourself
through
my
your
dear.
veins.
That's right, my dear nephew. No matter how much you deny it, the blood of the Ravenlock family flows through your veins. Survival of the fittest. Only the strongest deserve to live. Only the strongest deserve to rule. This is the path of success that has led the Ravenlock family to victory countless times. A blessing and a curse etched into your flesh and blood. As long as you live, you'll never escape the mark of family. You are destined to one day become someone like me, like your father.
Is that fear I sense? I can see you trembling. Why does the Ravenlock bloodline terrify you so?
I won't become like my father. Never.
You won't become a failure like him. So relax. Our power eclipses him, and so does our
There's a difference
ambition.
between being stronger in physical strength or mental strength, and I think Hugo wants the mental strength to be better than his father, not the physical strength. So I don't think anything that you're saying is going to affect him at all, Inner Demon. Bang boo. Little shit.
Given you. Admit it. Deep within your heart lies a spark, yearning to ignite a raging inferno that will burn everything down. And I am that spark.
Lycon.
You're still
Never
hallucinating.
thought I'd be this genuinely thankful to see you. Seeing you means this never-ending nightmare is finally over, right?
Not yet.
I don't want to hear something like that from you. You have no idea what that man, my father, is really like.
A person who stops at nothing for their own interests and ambitions. Just like what you're doing right now.
And what do you think I'm doing this for?
All of this was part of your plan. You knew where the Ravenlock family was going to be, so you set Mockingbird's target there. To seek revenge, you plotted to assassinate your own father, but he was too vigilant, and you failed. After almost being assassinated, your father was furious and locked everyone in the hall, but was unable to find the assassin.
And what a coincidence that a hollow disaster just occurred in the vicinity. So he used it to eliminate all the unfamiliar faces there, turning them into victims of the hollow, an easy feat for the Ravenlock family. So, the one who killed innocents was my father, not me.
You knew what choice an extremist like him would make, and you used the chaos to once again attempt an assassination. This time you succeeded. You killed your own father at the cost of innocent lives. Admit it, Hugo. You don't care about anyone else. The only thing you care about is your revenge.
I mean,
how is that any different from
kind
your
of, sort
father?
of. That makes sense.
Enough.
Obviously, this is just his own doubts, but
I may hate him for betraying me, but he wouldn't say something.
the fact that
like
he's actually thinking about this and these are like his own doubts is like.
Lycon. You're the other me. Hidden
The fact that
deep
he's like
within my
actually
heart.
thinking about these things shows a lot. Yeah, the big boo is back.
My dear.
It seems you've already grown accustomed to this place, even turning the tables on me.
Just as you said, you are me, and I am you. There's no such thing as having an advantage over oneself. We are ultimately one and the same, forever inseparable.
Then you should know what I want to say. When you and Lycon split, you didn't even try to clear up the misunderstanding, didn't deny or argue against what he said. Because you realized that deep down, He was right about you. You just hadn't acted on it yet. Some people live only to bring more suffering into this world. Sometimes, murder is what brings justice back into this world.
For that, I must stain these hands in blood.
That's right. Just like what you said before you faked your death. Were those words really just an act? To slay the dragon, you must first become one with sharp claws, rending fangs, and strength enough to destroy anything. You know the truth better than anyone. If you hadn't hesitated and instead seized the first opportunity to kill your father, none of what followed would have happened.
Yeah,
Innocent civilians
kinda.
wouldn't have died. Your partner wouldn't have lost an eye and both legs trying to save people. And Mockingbird would have never gotten to that point. You can save more people. Save good people. Save more lives than the evil ones you take.
I've spent countless hours in regret over that incident.
So why not submit to your true nature? You want to be the judge, jury, and executioner of this world.
Oh, Punisher, hi, how you doing?
I wasn't responsible for
That
Father's
actually reminds
death.
me I need to play more
The
Rivals.
true mastermind is my uncle, Hartman. His schemes to kill the head of the family were all so he could take control. Mockingbird was simply unlucky enough to get caught up in it. So, for a behemoth like the Ravenlock family, with its roots so deep, a single person's death, regardless of who that person is, wouldn't change anything. Of course, whether it's Topps, the Mayflower family, or even the entire world, it's actually all the same. I refuse to be dragged down by pointless hatred any longer.
You foolish, stubborn idiot. Do you understand the power of hatred? Have we not come this far precisely because of it? Or are you going to follow Lycon and Jack's twisted logic? Come on. You don't actually trust anyone? Otherwise, why would you hide this whole scheme of faking your death from them?
I think that's the first point that it's made that I actually agree
You've
with.
built an impenetrable wall around your heart, keeping
Like, fully
everyone
agree with,
out.
at least.
Of course you are right to do so. No one in this world can be trusted. Always. All you'll receive is hatred from your own blood and no love. Suspicion from your companions, and betrayal that comes all too easily. But the most ridiculous thing is that you want them to trust you. You stay silent and long for them to notice your suffering. You yearn for your companion's understanding and trust. Idiot. That's why you are incapable of exploiting them for your own ends. You care about their safety even more than your own. But remember, only the weak need companions.
Yeah, I think anyone can disagree on you. Disagree with you on that.
We are different from them. I will never be like them, and I don't need to be. Come. Let me show you what powers we can wield.
But you are me. And I'll never lose to myself.
This is a weird ass arena to be fighting in. See, why is it not that in the cutscenes? Why is it a fucking bang boo?
Think about all the injustice you've suffered. It's better if you choose to forgive. You're betraying yourself. You know that.
Letting you consume me would be the real betrayal to myself.
God, his animation's really cool.
You're just afraid to admit it. Out of my way.
Come on.
Pathetic. Begs for mercy.
Shit. I'm getting the dodge timing wrong. Fuck.
You're too scared to face your true self and what you truly desire. Out of my way. I have you now. Are you trying to kill me? You think
Yeah, I'd say that's the plan.
Without me, you are nothing.
For what it's worth, thank you. Don't be afraid. You and I are inseparable. You're part of me, just as I am part of you.
Fancy words won't change anything.
No. It's not just platitudes. I finally understand now. Some pain only fades when it's seen. When it's accepted.
Man.
So I won't fight you anymore. I won't hate myself anymore.
What?
Weakness, hatred, malice.
What a
strength,
cool
forgiveness,
way to deal
justice.
with accepting your past.
Hugo, it's time. Hugo. Hugo, you...
Did I scare you? I made it through. I won. No praise for me, my dearest partner.
He's such a smug asshole. It's actually
This is
genuinely
just like what I saw in my dream.
a really, really
I
cool
guess
way
there are still
to
some lingering side effects.
show someone struggling with their inner thoughts and their inner demons and their depression and concerns. It's really a great way to visualize it, actually. Minus the bang boo part being the inner demon. That part I still don't understand.
My former partner. You're still as punctual as ever.
You know, everything else was really cool.
Are you sure you are fully recovered?
How about we fight? And I'll show you how recovered I am.
I refuse to fight someone who is in need of medical attention.
How thoughtful. I'm touched. Or perhaps is this simply part of Victoria Housekeeping's professional care?
I'd rather you not starve to death. Not to your liking. I'm fairly certain this is the same kind as before.
No. I've just gone too long without food. It feels a bit uncomfortable. Either way, thank you.
Now tell me, what exactly happened in the warehouse?
Just going a bit crazy from... you know what? Were you expecting anything else? But I did have a very long dream. A dream about many things from the past. If I had to put it into words, it would be like giving myself psychological therapy.
Yeah, that
You seem
sounds
like
like
you
a
could
good way
benefit
to
from
explain
some
it.
too. How about it? Want to book a session with me? Trust me, I'm a pro.
Seems you really have recovered.
Well, of course. I'm feeling pretty great right now. Like I could argue with you all day on every petty detail of who exactly was in the wrong back then.
I wanted to ask, what you said about Mockingbird before, when you faked your death, was that part of the act?
Oh, you mean the part about how Mockingbird has never really changed anything or saved anyone. I didn't expect you to still be so hung up on this. Interesting. After all, it was you who chose to betray Mockingbird. To betray me.
Just as I said before, I never considered Mockingbird a failure. Perhaps Mockingbird deviated from its origins, but it has its value. You shouldn't reject the things you've done. Or Mockingbird.
I have contemplated this before. Yes.
It's nice to see these two
Mockingbird
actually
has helped
holding
some
a
people
conversation
and has
and not just
genuinely
yelling
managed
at
to
each other.
cause trouble. For those who abuse their positions of power for evil. Yet those in high positions still possess immense resources, and the people we helped remain destitute and suffering, willing to become slaves to those in power for scraps. But just as you said, even if what we did was childishly idealistic and flawed, as little as we actually achieved, even the slightest change is by no means meaningless. Nothing holds more value to me than Mockingbird. All right, let's catch up later. I still have things to do and need to wrap up my plan.
I thought you would rest up first.
As much as I would prefer that. My dear uncle and the Exaltus fanatics likely would not give me such an opportunity. If all has gone to plan, the fish will have taken the bait already. And if everything goes very well, I'll soon have solid evidence of the Ravenlock family's crimes. Well then, thank you for your assistance, former partner. Let's part ways here.
I'll go with you.
Lycon, surely you don't think that because I just recovered, I'm too weak to deal with those useless fools.
Hartman's actions will disturb the safety of New Eridu. As I serve the mayor, I should intervene.
Yeah, that's fair.
Very well, whatever. Let's go. and don't slow me down.
Before that, don't you have something to tell me? What do you mean? Don't play coy with me. I know you're not spilling your whole plan. So you kicked things off by approaching Edmund from the top's big shots. How did you manage to sweet-talk him? I'm a bit of an illegitimate child, but I still have the Ravenlock family blood running through my veins. Funny enough, this Lord Edmund thinks direct lineage is way more noble than the side branches, which is absolutely laughable. So I played his arrogance to my advantage. And let's be real, I had some juicy intel to swap with those high rollers, and that's Mockingbird's secret, so I can't let any outsiders in on it. Was the sacrifice core from the Mayor's lab your handiwork too? You could say that. The security there is no joke, so I had to leverage Tops for some extra intel. After all, as you know, they've got plenty of moles planted next to your mayor. And it was you who threw that sacrifice core up for auction to lure the Exaltists. You knew they'd be all over it. Yep, and I embedded the sacrifice core right into the robe of heroes. They actually match pretty nicely, don't you think? Classic of you. I heard that after the auction they found a stash of counterfeit Denny's. Feel free to take a wild guess, but honestly, I think those Denny's would rather be out in the wild than sitting in those hoity-toity accounts. Then you found Hartman and talked him into a partnership, getting your hands on more intel on the sacrifice and the Exaltists. After that, you shot that crime warning letter to the mayor, giving the city a legit reason to spring into action. Yep, that was spot on. Look at you, real genius over here. In the end, you faked your own death to pull yourself out of this mess, and you used the whole show to redirect everyone's attention to Hartman and the Ravenlocks, keeping the Exaltists on their toes. Hold on a sec. If that's all there is, why did you let Hartman slip you the drug? I mean, you'd have a way to dodge that kind of thing. Lycon, I got something I've been keeping under wraps. Actually, I've teamed up with your beloved mayor. What? When it comes to stopping the Exaltists, the mayor and I are on the same wavelength, so we can totally collaborate. What you should be wondering is why he didn't clue you in on this. The mayor must have his own reasons. If you can convince yourself of that, more power to you. Just know if you ever want to swing back to Mockingbird, you can come beg me. I'll make sure to turn you down gracefully. Alright, enough chit-chat. We've got bigger things to deal with. So yeah, no, Hugo really did just set everything up from the get-go. That is really impressive.
I'm sure you've heard about the missing workers from companies under the Ravenlock family, too.
Alright. I'm actually going to exit combat here. And I'm going to call it kind of quits for now. Because the state of play is coming up in just a couple minutes. So I don't want to miss that. So to anyone who made it for the video this far, thank you so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked it, please feel free to give it a like. If you disliked it, feel free to give it a dislike. It's completely up to you. If you want to see more, please feel free to subscribe. And if you want to see my stuff live, my Twitch is twitch.tv/StormbringerVT. And down in the description will be all my socials for stream updates and updates in general of whatever is coming next for my content. Thank you again very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. See ya.